This is an anti-rotational core stability exercise. So what's going to happen is as I go to pull this band down, my body is going to want to roll backwards. So you're going to have to brace your abdomen and keep your trunk stable as you fly your forearm parallel to the ground. What you're going to do is now put on the brakes as you come back up to this horizontal position, sorry, vertical position, and then fly back down. So if you do not keep your core engaged as you pull down, you'll want to roll back. So we want to stay tight in the trunk as we do these flies. Here, we'll do them on both sides. The switch happens like this because we have to stay facing away from the band. So you'll come down here, cradle, stay tight, and fly from the sideline position. Here. Both hands on the cable. We're going to shift our weight to our lead foot here. And then once you have the weight in the lead foot, brace the trunk, and we're going to chop across. You want the shoulder and the hip to move together, and then we come back. We load up that foot. We reset and go again. So transfer the weight to the lead foot, and then once you have your weight transferred there, here, then shoulder, hip, chop together. So you should feel very strong engagement in the lateral line of the backside as you're chopping across. Weight transfers, chop across. Return back to the cable attachment. This exercise, you want to be on the edge of a bench just enough so that your hip bones are off the bench so that you can ensure that you're getting a tailbone tuck. So for this exercise, you just want to anchor your arms to the base of the bench, and then you've got your tailbone tucked. From here, keeping your tailbone tucked, you're going to lift one leg extended out to the straight leg position, but note that as I lift the leg, I don't let my low back do the work of the extension. You've got to keep that tailbone tucked under and extend from that position. If you're doing this exercise properly, you're going to feel a lot going on in your butt, in your hamstring. If doing single leg is easy, we can progress to double leg extension where you would tuck and extend together. Significantly more difficult to do that. Key points here: make sure the tailbone stays tucked. You're extending your leg out without curving the lumbar spine or extending the lumbar spine. Start single, we can go to double as a progression. For the half kneeling rope slams, we're going to start with the outside of the ropes at our hips. So whichever side that you're going to start with. From there, I'm going to show from this side. So outside of the rope is at my hip. I'm going to be in the half kneeling position, but instead of pointing my up knee directly towards the anchor point of the rope, I'm going to take my foot out at about 45-degree angle. From here, I've got one hand in each on each handle of the rope, and I'm going to take the rope up. I'm going to slam it down as hard as I can. Now the feedback from the rope is going to try to pull me over. It's up to me to engage my trunk stabilize, make sure that I stay engaged as I do this slam. So bringing the rope up overhead and slamming the rope down as hard as you can. You don't have to go crazy fast on this one. The goal is to focus on trunk stability. Make sure that you don't get pulled over as we're doing this exercise. So the tempo does not need to be fast, but you want to make sure with each slam you're staying stable as you're going through this. So we shouldn't lean forward, hinge forward as we do this. We want to try to maintain that upright position, stable trunk.